He took over the reins of the Indian cricket team in its darkest hour after the match-fixing scandal, and against the odds, he turned this team into a fighting unit. Sourav Ganguly's legacy will be that he took a bunch of youngsters, gave them the self-belief to go out there and win against the best. It was a team that was fearless, a team that was oozing with self-confidence, and a team that did well in India as well as abroad. Sourav Ganguly is out with his new book, A Century is Not Enough. Thank you so much, Sourav, for talking to us. But let me begin then by talking about this particular thing you write in the book as to why the 46 that you scored in Old Trafford, the second ODI innings, that you believe that that was more influential in your wanting to score runs, and that you wanted or you went on to score those 200s at Lord's because of that innings. So, when you strip it down, does cricket then become about smaller moments than big landmarks or hundreds?
Absolutely, and this book is about that. It's about what goes in the head, because that is very important. Why I say that innings was very crucial, because firstly, there were tough conditions. And once I got those runs, it made the team believe that, maybe in the test matches he could be an option. It also made me believe, which is important. I think that's the most important thing in life. It's not what people think about you, it's what you think about yourself. And I felt that after that knock, maybe if I get an opportunity in test cricket, I'll do well. I didn't play the first test match, and then they picked me for the second test match because I did well even after that in some of the warm-up matches, and then played the first test at Lord's and got 100.
And never looked back. But then the low of the international debut in 1992 to the high in Lord's, I mean, that must have been indescribable. What was that feeling like, Sourav, that you'd gone out there and, you'd achieved it?
The feeling, I remember the press conference the day when I got that 100 in Lord's, and there were a lot of Indian journalists in that series, as it happens normally. And they asked me, are you happy to prove people wrong?
Yeah.
And I honestly say that. I said the first thing which came to my mind, that I proved myself that I was good enough at that level.
Toronto, I mean, that would always be an indelible part in Sourav Ganguly's career. You went there the first time, didn't do very well, the team didn't do very well, but the second time you went there, it was a complete turnaround. Sourav Ganguly emerged as India's new bowling sensation. You won the series 4-1. How pivotal was that performance in your career?
Very. 97, I think it was.
Yeah.
As I said, once again,
at a nondescript Toronto skating and curling club.
And Pakistan. During everyone's playing career, an India-Pakistan game or an India-Pakistan series was the series to get noticed.
Yeah.
Sachin was captain, and we won 4-1, and I won 4 man of the matches in a row, either with the bat or with the ball. So it just established myself to the team that he's a match winner. He will win you games.
Yeah.
And I think that's very important at that very early young age. I think I was 97, means just a year into international cricket, year and a half, and then, for the captain to turn up and say that he's my match winner was very, very satisfying.
Your term as the captain coincided with the rise of Indian cricket as a force to be reckoned with. But when you found that team and when you had to lead that side, they were obviously going through a potentially crippling period after the match-fixing scandal. What did you do to motivate that team?
Media and news those days was not like today, where it traveled at lightning speed. So I did not get to know what was going on. Half the time I was traveling, playing county cricket 6 days a week. Rahul was playing for Kent, Anil was playing for Leicestershire. So a group of us were already in England, and I used to meet them and spend time with them. And then by the time I came back in September, I was asked to lead a completely new team. Yuvraj came in, Zaheer came in, Harbhajan came in. So before I realized what's going on, and before I realized what I'm supposed to do, I was asked what to do. So that helped. I took the team onto the Champions Trophy, the mini World Cup those days. There was no T20 World Cup cricket then. The mini World Cup those days in Champions Trophy, and we did remarkably well. Beat Australia in the quarterfinals, South Africa in the semi-finals, and then went to the finals for the first time in Champions Trophy. I had a great series, so everything just vanished. The best thing for cricket in cricket or any sport is that at that level, if you perform well, it just shuts up all the negativity around.
Were you aware of any nefarious activities?
No,
not
I
at
had
all.
no clue. And I used to keep telling my father, my brother, my wife, I said, they keep talking about it, they keep saying about it, I've never even found out once during my Sachin was captain, I was vice captain during that period, Rahul was a key member, and I used to ask him, Jam, have you felt anything of this? And he said no. He said no, not that anybody picked up the phone, not that I've met someone who said that, we expect you to do this. So for me, I actually did not believe till I actually got to know.
Throughout the career, you took tremendous pride in, getting these youngsters and then backing them all the way, be it Sehwag to open, and you also define their roles. You write in the book about MS Dhoni as well as a potential match winner. Is that then the defining Ganguly imprint on Indian cricket?
Yeah, and I had to, as I said, that part when young players came in, and I wanted to win. I was a ferocious winner, and I wanted to make a difference, not just be one of those captains who come in, spend a few more years, and then be captain of India, and then just quietly go away into the background. I wanted to make a difference.
Yeah.
So the young players came in, and I had to create a team with them. So I had to find a way for them to prosper, and I believe that I had to take the fear factor away from them.
Yeah.
Yes, there is pressure, but don't put so much pressure that they crack.
Yeah, that they're unable to perform.
Unable to perform. So you put pressure on them to perform,
yeah,
but not beyond the limit. And I wanted to create that atmosphere where I said that you have to win games for me. In that journey we will lose some. That is part and parcel of sport. But make sure when we play well, we win. It's not a draw. And the likes of UV, Viru, Baju and Zach, they were all match winners in their own right.
Yeah.
And also I was fortunate enough, and I say that many a times, fortunate enough to become captain at a period when I thought myself, Sachin, Rahul, VVS, Anil were at their best.
Okay, now one of the things that you've said in the book, you say captaincy either cures you or kills you. You've seen captains turn into different individuals once they are given the job. What is the difference that you see in Kohli's captaincy and Dhoni's captaincy with respect to yours?
I think two different personalities. Kohli is very expressive.
And so were you.
I was, yes. Kohli's taken it probably one step further. I need to ask him that who does he show the fist every time a wicket falls? I have to find that out from him. Dhoni was calm. That doesn't take the nervousness and pressure away from anyone. For Virat Kohli, that was his way of taking pressure out. For me, it was. For Dhoni, it was to absorb. So different captains are different, and I think India is fortunate enough to have Dhoni and Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli is in the form of his life, I think. The way he's played, the best player in the world at the moment. And when I see Virat on the field, obviously you don't get to see him that much. Meet with him closely because they're traveling all the time, and you get to see them on and off. I see a lot of honesty, and it's you get what you see. Yes, everything is there, and plus he's a class player.
Yeah.
So I think I've got tremendous regard for him and tremendous faith in him that he's actually going to take Indian cricket to the next level.
When you talk of captaincy, though, what do you think is the most important thing one needs in a captain?
Management skills. And every leader, not just a captain, every leader. Corporate boss, television network boss, cricket team boss, you have to manage individuals differently. It cannot be my way or highway. Every individual is different. We are a huge country. One came from the north, one from the south, one from the east, one from the west, with different habits. Some like me, complete teetotaler, never went to a nightclub, brought up conservatively by my mom and dad, typical Bengali boy. And then there was somebody like Venkatesh Prasad who never had chicken.
Yeah.
There was Srinath who you actually had to say, if you have to bowl fast, you have to eat meat.
Yeah.
So all came from different paths, and the biggest job of the captain was to get them to play at their best.
Yeah.
To treat everybody differently, and just be bothered about what they do on the park. And I tried to compartmentalize and treat every individual on its own merit.
The other thing that we see now, when we see Virat Kohli play one spinner and go with a pace bowling, you started that. Yeah. I mean, you were the one who left Kumble out in Trinidad and ended up winning that match with 3 paces. Does that satisfy you in a sense? Because it's a continuation of sorts. Yeah, what you started, where you said that we've got to, that we can't just be always backing our strengths. Sometimes we need to take chances. Sometimes we need to, go with horses for courses. That's all being done now.
Yeah, it was tough leaving Anil Kumble. And imagine someone like Anil Kumble, such a match winner for India.
Yeah.
But conditions were different.
Yeah.
You know, conditions are different when you go to England, when you go to Australia. You know, you play two spinners and you lose the toss.
Yeah.
You're actually bowling so much of spin on good flat pitches that you're out of the game.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the spinners are good, but they're not magicians.
Yeah.
You know, on a first day on a green pitch, you don't expect Anil Kumble to get 5 for 40.
Yeah.
That can't happen. Yes, he'll come into the game day 3, day 4, day 5. But you have to play the first 3 days of the test match to get to day 4, day 5.
Yeah.
So it's about the conditions, it's about taking decisions on the conditions, and I had to do that. And that's the reason we started winning outside.
Yeah.
Because you had the fast bowlers to pick wickets.
The shirt waving at Lord's.